Welcome back to another video from the Debate Room podcast. Before we even start, we just hit a thousand subs, man. Thank you for all the support. We just hit 1,000 subs. It's been a goal of ours for a long time. If you are new and watching this mock draft and you aren't subscribed, first of all, subscribe to the channel, like the video. We need now that we hit 1,000 subs, we got to get the watch time, watch hours. So watch the full video. We trying to get a little cheese, just a little bit, just a little bit. Like, honestly, that's not what we do it for, but, with all efforts, we want to go ahead and get monetized. So like the video, share the video. Obviously, we're doing an NFL mock draft today. So basically, in this NFL mock draft, it is going to be trades. The draft is in 2 days. I'm very, very excited for the draft. This will be our final mock draft before the draft. We're going to be doing trades. So we all have our list of teams that we have down so far. So we all going to have a list of teams. And basically, if we want to make a trade at the pick, we have to conversate with the other GM of the team to facilitate a trade, and that's how we're going to do it. It might be a few trades, especially with what teams have been indicating so far in the draft process. But yeah, thank you guys for 1,000 subscribers. We very, very appreciate that. This is just a start for us though, for sure. We're trying to make we have other goals we want to hit, and so we do want to recognize that we've hit this goal though and continue to grow. Max, I don't know if you know, but you're muted.
Yeah, no, I wasn't gonna say anything. No worries.
Oh, okay.
I probably clapped, but yeah,
I
no,
didn't know
it's
if I
good.
wanted to, say shout out to fans for hitting the milestone we wanted
No.
to.
I know it's been a long time coming, and we talked about this for a while. So yeah, it's cool to hit that number. I think it's cool to see that 1K next to our channel. So it's cool. Appreciate everybody.
It is cool, but I want more.
I agree. Can't stay complacent. We got to keep moving. Got to keep going.
That wasn't even crazy, Q. You reaching. All right, though. We did the wheel spin before the podcast started, so I had the first overall pick, and this is it's gonna be pretty straightforward. The pick been decided for 2 years now. I don't know what's the debate really, but with the first overall pick, the Bears are going to select Caleb Williams. Of course, it's been pretty much verified. They had him like in dinner with the team and all that stuff, so they already know who they're picking. It's no surprise. He's a generational quarterback prospect, and I think with adding him to the team, the Bears are going to be a playoff threat. They have Keenan Allen, they have DJ Moore, they have a solid defense who can get even better inside the draft. They can address O-line a little bit later, or they're going to just be improving around the margins because Ryan Poles have already built a pretty good roster without Caleb Williams, and now you add him to the mix. It's going to be electric. I'm excited for the city of Chicago, even though I'm not a Bears fan. I do want to see the city happy. So hopefully he comes in he balls out. But that's pretty cut and dry. Caleb, number 1 overall pick.
Yeah, hold on. I got to see something real quick. Okay. All right. Yeah, with the second overall pick, the Washington Commanders are going to select Drake May. I know, based on what you hear, that's not the popular decision. Jaden Daniels is 23, and he just finally had a great season. Drake May is 2 years younger. Well, yeah, 2.5, 3 years younger. He has a rocket arm. Everybody talking about he's going to have to sit for a year. He's done, good and not, great situations. Jaden Daniels was playing with a top 5 pick, and it's LSU. So I don't get the whole hype around it, but I think the Washington Commanders should definitely go Drake.
If you went, sorry,
my bad. Go ahead.
I would say if you went Jaden Daniels, I was going to make a trade at 3 with the Patriots and another team. But I was going to get into my pick, so you go see what you got to say.
I was gonna say, I saw that the agent wasn't messing with going on a appearance with the rest of the quarterbacks. So that may be an indication that they're going Drake May too. We saw a lot of various reports they might be going Jaden Daniels, but I think they're going to do the right thing and select Drake May because he is clearly the second best quarterback in his draft. My favorite quarterback in his draft. He does have flaws, but every prospect has flaws. I think he has less flaws than Jaden Daniels. I think he's younger than Jaden Daniels. I think he has more potential than Jaden Daniels to be a great NFL quarterback. I think he's one of these cyborg QBs. I think at his peak, he's going to be top 5, top 7. I think that's how talented he is in the endlessly talented NFL stack with QB talent. And so it's let's say he finished as a top 10 QB. That's where he peaked at. With all the talent coming in the league right now, that's gonna be a damn good quarterback, bro. That's gonna be a quarterback that probably win you a Super Bowl with a right roster around him. And I think he has the ability to be what we call a force multiplier, where it's like a team win because of him, not with him. I think that's his potential in the NFL. So that's all I want to say about Drake, man.
Sitting at 3, I really don't know if I feel like every report is that teams are trading up for JJ or teams are trading up for Drake May. I'm not seeing a whole lot of stuff about teams trying to trade up for Jaden Daniels. And maybe I'm wrong because they think he's going to be gone at 2 and they'd love to, but you're not going to trade with the Commanders. I don't know. With all that being said, like, if you guys got offers that you want to trade with, like, I'll listen. But, yeah, I guess if you got offers, I can listen.
No, I ain't going up to 3 this time. I would have, but I'm gonna try and make this a little different.
Anybody who I feel like would trade, I almost think would go JJ, because the 2 teams I'm looking at is the Giants, and I have the Giants at 6. But I feel like if they trade up, that everything everything I'm seeing is that they're going JJ, not Jaden Daniels. So I guess that being said, I'll just stay put and you'll take a quarterback. So with the 3rd overall pick, the New England Patriots will select Jaden Daniels.
We get that out.
They need a quarterback, so it makes sense. But yeah, just kind of sort it all out now and just get the 1, 2, 3. What everyone thought.
I do think they are trading down.
100%, 100%.
The team
100%.
trying to trade down just because it's like, bro, like Jaden Daniels he's not. I don't think he's going to thrive in that scenario with not a great offensive line, no weapons, and that's why he thrived at LSU, because he had those weapons. Those like 2 of the best receivers in the draft class. I think he benefited a lot from that. So obviously any quarterback would, but even more so with Jaden Daniels. I think he doesn't read the field too well. He can't throw over the middle of the field, but that's one of his perceived weaknesses. I don't think he's great throwing on the run either. He's not great at really hanging in the pocket and taking hits and all like that. So, yeah, I mean, hopefully he has a great career, though. So I'm at number 4, though, with the Cardinals, and this is one of the most obvious picks in the draft class. With the 4th overall pick, the Cardinals are going to select Marvin Harrison Jr. I think this is pretty cut and dry again. They need a receiver, a number 1 option. Pairing him alongside Kyler Murray is going to work wonders for Kyler Murray's career. We've seen what Kyler Murray has a number 1 option, how great he can be. They were pretty great last year with Kyler Murray and no weapons, basically. So I think just having a great draft for the Cardinals can put them primed to compete in their division for like 2nd, possibly in a few years, maybe as soon as next year, scratch a playoff berth, something like that. But they need to continue to build a great roster around Kyler and see how far he can take you with good coaching and a great roster. I do believe in their coaching, though, because they got a lot out of them last year with and without Kyler Murray. So, yeah, easy pick.
The talk around here is like that people think like Arizona could possibly still trade down to get more picks, but it's like they have a bunch of picks. At this point, they just need to start, putting the players there. They might as well just get the wide receiver right now. Marvin Harrison was a no doubt top 5 pick, regardless of what was going to go down. Like, we were just worried about what the team was. Like, obviously, it feels a massive need for the Cardinals. Kyler Murray, if you're going to have him, on that type of money, and you believe in him, you need to give him a weapon. He doesn't really have any. He has some solid weapons, like Michael Wilson's cool, Trey McBride's cool, but like those should be like your 2nd, 3rd, 4th, like throwing option. This is basically a generational wide receiver on the board, so you go him, 10 times out of 10.
You have
This is my pick.
Yeah.
All right, I'm the Chargers, but I'm also picking for the Vikings. This is where I'm gonna trade up for the Vikings. You could give them that same package, that the 2 firsts. You give them the 2 firsts, and then give them next year's first to move up to the Chargers pick at number 5.
All right, so I just want to say this so you be clear. So we're giving them 11, 23 in the first next year?
Yeah, first next year.
Okay, for 5.
Yeah, for pick number 5.
This trade will not. Why though? What's wrong? What is wrong with
They
the
believe
trade?
like if based on like with the draft, it's like a point system. Like it has to equal the amount of points, and number 5 is still like a premium position. So you probably like spot the draft. So you probably still got to add like a second next year and this and that. But I don't think it's gonna cost that much. Like 3 quarterbacks are already off the board. Maybe it's a hot commodity right here, but I don't think anybody's gonna move up for JJ. If anybody was to move up for JJ, it would be the Vikings and it would be the Giants. But the Giants will have to give that much anyway to go one spot. For me, if he made it this far, they might as well think, let him fall. If he doesn't fall, they go, with a wide receiver. So I don't think it should cost that much. So you might as well just force that through. Like I think that's close to the package that the Vikings are willing to give up anyway.
All right, so we have a trade. The Vikings are trading pick 11, pick 23, and the first next year for number 5, and they're going to select number 5. They're trading with the Chargers. I didn't make that clear enough.
Yeah, now the Vikings at number 5 are going to select J.J. McCarthy. I don't agree with this, but it's a quarterback. They have a great offensive roster. Quarterback slides right in. Kevin McConnell gets somebody to mold, and he could be there possibly for the next 5 to 10 years. And he probably has the best situation coming in for a rookie quarterback, only rivaling Caleb Williams. But, I'd give it to the Vikings just because they have the massive gap at wide receiver.
Massive gap? I don't know. Because we do have Keenan Allen and DJ Moore. But, yes, J.J. is the best receiver in the league. I understand.
And Addison is still – and Jordan Addison is almost to that level anyway.
Stop.
T.J. Hawkinson made clear.
Keenan Allen and DJ Moore are both better receivers than Jordan Addison.
Not by much.
Let's not be crazy.
Not by much. Not by much. Yeah, let's not be crazy. Not by much.
Let's not be crazy. Yeah, you're being a little.
Let's not be crazy. It's not by much.
You're being a little crazy. It's okay. That's kind of crazy.
Where do you think? Hold on.
The gap.
Where do you think Jordan Addison? Where do you think
DJ Moore and Keenan Allen and Justin Jefferson is already like this?
That's fine. That's fine.
That's already the gap. That's already the gap.
Where's Keenan on your list? Where's Keenan on your list as top 10 receiver, top 10 top receivers in the league?
Not 10. He's probably like 11, 12, 13.
Yeah, and I think DJ Moore is fringe there too.
Yeah, Jordan Addison not 22. Jordan Addison is not 22.
I don't know. Okay, maybe I significantly underrate Jordan Addison, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, you do.
I feel like I can name 20 receivers better than Jordan Addison, or I'd rather have the Jordan Addison.
Naming 20 receivers that you rather have and naming 20 receivers that are better are two different things.
I guess I don't know. Like I'm not gonna get into it, but like, what? There's Terry McLaurin. Can we go or no? Should I go through names?
Go ahead.
I'm kind of curious. Hold on. Let me make sure I got the teams up just so I don't forget anybody. Okay. So let's start with no one on the Bills. So you got Tyreek and Jalen Waddle, correct? Tyreek and Jalen Waddle. Garrett Wilson.
Yes.
Garrett Wilson. CeeDee Lamb.
Yep.
AJ Brown and Devontae Smith.
Yes.
Where am I at? Terry McLaurin.
No. That's a wash.
Okay, cool. Nope, I don't think so. T. Higgins and Jamar Chase.
Yes.
T. Higgins is a wash.
What are we talking about? Amari Cooper?
Obviously.
Yes.
That's 10. I think Pickens is more of a watch than the other names you're throwing out.
No. George Pickens is not better than Jordan Addison.
I don't think T. Higgins is like. I think the gap between T and Addison is bigger than maybe the gap between him. But anyways, you can keep that.
I think T. Higgins is better than Jordan Addison.
What
did Jordan Addison put up this year?
Jordan Addison had 910 touchdowns this year.
He did. That's pretty good.
DJ Moore, and Keenan Allen.
Yeah, we're still around 11, 12.
I'm not
gonna lie though. George Pickens had didn't George Pickens have 1,000?
George had a bid, yeah.
With Kenny Pickett and Mason Rudolph.
Thank you.
Yeah, sure. Jordan Addison played half the season with.
And he also played half the season with Kirk Cousins, who, the one game he had 4 touchdowns.
Okay. And what did he have without Kirk Cousins?
We had where Amara. So we had Amara, right?
That's 13.
Jettas was 14.
Okay.
Nico Collins.
Yeah.
Nico Collins 15. Stephon Diggs 16.
Mm-hmm.
And now you
Michael Pittman.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not the biggest proponent of Michael Pittman.
I still think he's better. So then you get D-Hop.
Yep.
No.
Yes. Calvin Ridley,
It's
I'll
a
give
wash.
you. But D-Hop should be up there. You got Calvin Ridley then. Christian Kirk. Someone said Christian Kirk was top 20 when we had this talk. We had to talk about this a little bit ago. I don't like Christian Kirk like that. Someone said he was top 20-25 when we had this conversation.
No.
I put in the group chat and someone said, let me make sure. So one of my friends was talking about Christian Kirk, and I was told something in the group. Let me see.
What number are we at?
Q said he was top. You said he was top 30. You said he was top 30.
Yeah, 16. The 17th one is Puka.
Hold on. You said Christian Kirk was top 30.
Cooper
Yeah,
Kupp.
30.
Cooper Kupp.
You said he's top 30. Wait, hold on.
You know I don't like
Look at
Cooper
the
Kupp.
teams.
He's
Drake
London.
Drake London.
No.
Drake London hasn't had a season better than Jordan Addison yet.
Okay. Chris Olave then.
And I like
Chris
Drake
Olave.
London.
Chris Olave.
Mike Evans. Mike
Wash.
Evans.
Mike Evans is better.
Wash.
No, not
Godwin,
Mike Evans is not a wash. Mike Evans is not a
Yeah.
wash.
Olave's not a wash.
Olave and Addison are close, I would say.
Yeah, I said that
That's
too. That's why I
20.
said it's a wash.
So that's 20.
Everything that I said was a wash. That's us being opinionated. So at my count, I'm still at 17. You at where you at, but I'm at 17.
I don't think some of those names are washes, but I don't know. Like
Yeah, that's
D-Hop, I don't think it's a wash.
We're basing that on the opinion. That's why I said
like
better is different than what you rather have.
I think a lot of people would rather have D-Hop and T. Higgins. Anyways, I was gonna say just went through a couple more names. Ayuk, I didn't say. Cooper Kupp and Puka, I didn't say. Marvin Harrison, I didn't say. Devontae Adams, I didn't say.
I said Puka at 17.
He wasn't in mine, so I named 20 guys.
Yeah,
That's
you named other guys that I also didn't take. Like you named guys that I wouldn't take. So again, we still arguing a point that you took some opinionated points, and I don't have that same opinion.
I'm just saying, like from my.
If you had 17, you added Brian Ayuk, you add Cooper Kupp and Puka.
Debo.
You said Cooper Kupp, and I didn't add him. I didn't add Cooper.
Oh, so you think Jordan Addison is better than Cooper?
Yeah, bro. We talking about a one-hit wonder in a half a season projection. Nobody ever is like really diving into Cooper Kupp's career at all. Nobody ever does that. Because if you do it, you'll be like, yeah. But then you're gonna give me a massive boost for some one great season and that he never did again. There's a bunch of those in the league.
But he had good seasons too, though. He had some really good seasons.
He had solid seasons. He had regular 1K seasons. That's cool.
He had 1,100 yards.
That's a 1K season.
1,000 yards. That's what I'm saying.
In a bunch of years that he was injured.
I know. So he has some other good seasons too, just not elite.
So again, we can keep debating about it. I got 30 guys above Jordan Addison currently, so that's where I just say he's not top 20, so 22. And I think I'm not gonna lie. I think a lot of those are like not really like. I get you don't agree, but I think a lot of those like I think majority of NFL people would think that Cooper Kupp's a better receiver than Jordan Addison.
Sure, off a recency bias of a one season.
Cooper Kupp's top 10 in most people's rankings.
Probably. That'd be ridiculous.
Who picked it at 6?
Me. And I was just gonna say I don't agree with the Chargers trading down here. I get it for the Vikings, but I don't know why the Chargers would trade down unless they think because they can
build out the roster.
They can build around the roster.
I feel like your number one thing right now is receiver, and Malik and Roma they're not going to be there.
You can get receivers.
You have Brian Johnson.
You don't need a top receiver if you have Justin Herbert.
They can get Brian Thomas at 23.
You're doing it with the 10th best receiver and like the 20th best receiver.
I feel like you need someone to pan out. You need someone that Justin Herbert's excited to play with because he could be the next quarterback on the trade block if shit doesn't work out. So that's all.
They need to build a team, and John Harbaugh is not going to build a team with just one receiver. They can get Brian Johnson at 23 or Adonai Mitchell later in the draft, something like that.
Yeah, that'd never with a Harbaugh team. He's not about to sit there and waste a run heavy wide receiver when he could build out a team. How all his teams have built out, how he's been successful every single spot he's been in.
They're running the ball.
You get a first next year, which is helpful, but I don't know.
I think it's a win-win for both teams. Well, not for the Vikings because JJ McCarthy shouldn't be the top 5 pick, but but for the Chargers, yeah, I'm definitely jumping on that. They offer it.
Yeah, at 6. I'm gonna assume I'm going receiver. All top 4 quarterbacks off the board. So it's Malik or it's Rome. In the last mock draft, I believe you went Rome, Latif. Right?
I did not. I did wrong for the Chargers specifically, not for the
Jaden.
Yes,
Jaden picked Malik.
Yes.
So I will switch it up. At the number 6 overall pick, the New York Giants will select Rome Odunze. I will switch it up.
Can't go wrong. Can't go wrong there. Can't go wrong there. But I think for what the Giants need specifically, Malik Neighbors is the better pick. They need someone that's going to be a premium route runner, space creator, to get easy and open looks for Daniel Jones at least for one more year. And
I don't think you're complain about getting Rome Odunze. I don't think you're going to really complain about it.
I'm not complaining. I'm just saying I think he's a better fit for the Giants. Rome Odunze I think he's an okay route runner. But a lot of his stuff is the contested catch. What? Rome
Odunze is the best route runner in the draft.
You think he's better than Marvin Harrison?
Yeah, bro, he's the best route runner in the draft, like consensus.
I thought it was Marvin Harrison, Malik Neighbors, then Rome Odunze.
Nah, they're more explosive. They're not better route runners than Rome. Like they don't get in and out of their breaks as clean as like nobody in the draft does, like at all.
I think there might be some lower level like talent wide receivers that are pretty good route runners as well,
but not better than Rome. You could be a good route runner just because what's said is Rome is the best route runner.
You say he's a great. You think he's a great route runner?
He's the best route runner in the draft, sure.
I'm saying, do you think he's a great route runner in the grand scheme of things?
In the grand scheme, yes.
I don't know.
He's super clean. Everything is super clean. Like you're never going to see a hitch.
Why would he not think he's a great route runner IRL if he's not? You know what I mean? Why would he be just a great route runner?
Because he basically saying like you haven't seen it in the NFL yet, so you can't.
No, not even that. I was just saying like he could be a great route runner in his draft class. When we get into the league, it's a lot more talent wide receivers and a lot more talented wide receivers as far as
there's a lot of wide receivers in the league that aren't like great route runners. Like there's like 10 great ones, and then the rest you'd be like, yeah, he's a good route runner. You feel me? Like
I don't know. When I was watching him, I feel like so a lot of his stuff in Washington's offense, right, was a lot of go routes, a lot of go balls, a lot of contested catches, which is what I think he's the most special at. I like Malik Neighbors route running, probably the most in the draft class for me. And he does a lot of the explosive stuff, after the catch stuff too, I think as well. But I like his ability to separate the most in this class. Probably outside probably Marvin. So I think Marvin is damn near perfect at everything as far as wide receiver.
The knocks on him is like after the catch.
Marvin?
Right? Yeah, like those are his little situations. Like after the catch, contested catch, not really route running. Like I said, you don't have to be the best route runner, but he's very good at route running. Malik, his issue is just size. One, he can't play the X. He's also not the best route runner, but since he's so explosive, he gets in like out the break, like off the cut. He's super quick. The thing with Rome, since he's not super explosive, it's like everything looks the same speed. But like if you watch, like most people, like they'll slow down or making a cut or whatnot. He doesn't do anything. Everything is the same speed no matter what. Like
I was about to say, do you think he's better at creating separation than Malik Neighbors?
It's not separation. It's like a Keenan Allen. A Keenan Allen-ish, Devontae Adams type thing where it's like you're not creating separation, you're just getting open. Because he's not the fastest dude. He's 6'4", but he gets open. Like Keenan Allen's not fast, but he gets open. You know what I'm saying? He's like probably the best at getting open.
They did say they think he's a combination of Keenan Allen and Mike Williams. That was what was said. All right, it's easy though. Number 7. With the 7th overall pick, the Tennessee Titans are going to select Joe Alt. They obviously don't need to go receiver here anymore just because they got DeAndre Hopkins. They got Calvin Ridley. They need to shore up this O-line for Will Levis and for Tony Pollard. And so I think O-line is clearly the way to go here for the Tennessee Titans. And he is the best tackle in the draft class for most people. And I think Joe Alt is pretty close to like a really, really, really borderline generational tackle prospect. He's like I feel like he's one of the best. Not generational though, but he's gonna be really, really good for a long time. That's what I think about him as a prospect.
I mean, yeah, he's the best. Like he's the best tackle he's the best tackle in the draft. Like there's not much to be said. Like best offensive line prospect, maybe not, but the best tackle for sure. Because like
Who you
maybe
think,
like
who you think the best offensive line prospect is?
oh, I'm just saying the grand scheme of things. Like people don't think he's the best
Oh,
offensive lineman in the draft. They just think he's the best tackle, and they clearly need a tackle. Like some people have dude from Oregon as the best prospect. Some have still have Olu. Some have Tyler Guyan because of like upside. So it's like, but for tackle, he's definitely the best. Like there's no tackle better than him for sure. Just me.
You at 8.
With the 8th overall pick, the Atlanta Falcons are going to select Latu. I switched it up. And I only switched it up because I had listened to something. It was like I guess a coach that he had at UCLA is on the staff. And that might be a thing. It's little things like that might make a front office change. And it's not like they're losing anything, getting the most technically sound pass rusher in the draft. So I'm going to just shake it up and go with Latu at this pick. And they need pass rusher, especially somebody good right out the gate.
I agree. They do need pass rusher. I went Dallas Turner, I think, in the last mock. So, at 9, I've seen a couple things about the Bears and taking receiver, and not needing to take necessarily a wide receiver 1 because the other guys on the board, you can take a wide receiver 3 if you have it. But with that, I think Keenan Allen's still only on a 1-year deal. Yeah, no, a bunch of Bears stuff is saying like take a receiver in the 4th round, draft a wide receiver 3 prospect, and just like whatever, ride it out. But Keenan Allen only has a 1-year deal.
I'm not even looking crazy because I just realized that Malik Neighbors is still on the board. Like that's actually insane.
Thank you. But Keenan Allen, I think, is on a 1-year deal, right? He's still on that 1-year deal. You can obviously re-sign him, but I think we were just talking about you have the Vikings up north with Addison and with Hawkinson and with Justin Jefferson, and putting a quarterback in the situations very ideal. I like Cole Kmet more than Latif does. I know he's not this great tight end. He's solid, but DJ Moore and Keenan Allen are both helpful. But I think to have a young receiver to develop with Caleb Williams will be ideal. What are you gonna say?
Just one thing that like having the best tight end is not really like super important. Like the need to upgrade from like
What you mean,
Cole Kmet. I'm saying like the need to upgrade from Cole Kmet to a better tight end doesn't really like move the needle.
I'm not going Brock Bowers. Don't worry, I'm not.
Yeah,
going Brock
I'm about to say like Cole Kmet's probably like a cool 600 to 800 yards. Yeah, that's fine if you're a tight end. We don't need your tight end to have a big.
Yeah, Brock Bowers would be cool. Like if the 2 receivers aren't on the board, I already made the pick on my PFF. Once you made your pick, I knew who I was picking automatically. So with the 9th overall pick, the Chicago Bears will select Malik Neighbors, play alongside Caleb, play on the other side of DJ Moore. Regardless of what happens with Keenan next year, hopefully he can develop from Keenan. I think you got some similar play styles with the route running and the catching. Overall, I would love this. I like Rome a lot too. I think if one of them falls, it'd be great. If both of them are off the board, though, I think that's where we start to trade. I really don't know if there's a world where all the prospects we look at are going to be off the board. I guess the only thing that would happen is if the Chargers stay. So if the Chargers, Giants, if the Chargers and Giants both go receiver, the Titans go Joe Alt, and the Falcons go with Dallas Turner, I think we trade back. I think if that's how it goes, we trade back. Otherwise, I think that we select one of those 4 guys, or we still take a Latu or Jared Verse at 9. I know everyone's saying trade back. I don't know. Jury's still out on that. I'm not 100% sure. But if Malik or Rome are still there, I think they're easy picks to get a young receiver to develop alongside Caleb.
This scenario is only possible if the Chargers trade out of that pick, because I believe if they do go take 5, unless they take Joel at 5 or something like that, then that also could be to be available. But I don't know. I think there's even a chance that the Falcons take Malik before the Bears or anything, just because if he falls there, he falls there.
I agree, and I also think there's still a slim chance that if Brock Bowers gets some hype at the end of the draft, there could be a slim chance that he goes as a receiver instead of one of those other guys.
All right. I'm at pick 10 with my Jets. My boy A-Rod needs some protection.
My Jets is crazy.
People think they should take Brock Bowers. I think protecting A-Rod is more important, even though I think Brock Bowers makes your offense a lot more dynamic than what it already is, because you obviously have a tight end who is going to be one of the best tight ends in the league. You got Garrett Wilson, who is going to be one of the best receivers in the league. Brees Hall is going to be one of the best running backs in the league. So just having that dynamic offense, but it's nothing if you can't protect Aaron Rodgers, because if he goes down again, it's wraps, and your season is going to be over again, regardless of who's out there. Because they just traded Zach Wilson today, and he wasn't a great quarterback anyways. Their backup situation is not great. So with that being said, with the 10th overall pick, the New York Jets are going to select Talise Fuaga. Or I think that's how you say his name. Talise.
I think it's Talise. I don't know.
Yeah, whatever. Hopefully I didn't butcher his name. But I think he's, again, one of the best tackles in the draft. They can either, if people are stay healthy, they can sit him a year and learn, or they can play him as a backup. We have a lot of options on this line right now. But I'm expecting these players that have been injury prone throughout their whole entire year to continue. Career to continue to probably miss 6 games 1 year, 4 games 1 year. So having that backup, a rookie, to come in and be solid is going to help them tremendously if they do get injured. So I think that'll be the move at number 10. And we are back here with the Chargers at 11. So this is Q anyways, right?
And yeah. Q is muted. Q is muted.
See, this is where John Harbaugh starts his rebuilding of this, or like retooling of this Chargers team. Now he recouped 2 picks. Right here, obviously they need, either wide receiver or need offensive line. They could go D-line, but I don't think you could rush. You need to rush and get that, because there's a couple of D-line they could get later on. So right here, it's maybe a little bit high, and maybe based off a lot of upside, but I need to grab a lineman now, because in the back half they might not be able to get one unless they trade up, and that's if the possibility that they can trade up. So with the 11th pick, the Chargers are gonna select Olu Fashanu.
I don't really think that's high. He was regarded as one of the top tackle prospects for the entire draft class, and he slid down boards.
He took a slide. People not really paying attention to him no more. He was like really mocked in that little teen area, like the late teens. It was like he lost a little bit of, like, I guess, his standing.
I've seen a lot of people having to go to the Saints, because they also need a tackle too.
I like the spot for Denver. Denver's obviously not excited that they don't get a quarterback, but they can address a couple other spots in need if they'd like. I'm thinking to go with the edge and replace Bradley Chubb from last year, 2 years ago. And with the 12th overall pick, the Denver Broncos will select Dallas Turner. I've been a big fan of his throughout the whole process. I think he's got a lot of upside, obviously. He has the potential to be a top 7-8 pick. So I think getting him at 12 is still good value, especially with other people on the board. Maybe you go DB, but you still already have PS2. I think the bigger place of need is on the D line, and you get an edge to hopefully try to stop Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert, all the other quarterbacks in the division.
Yeah, that's fine. They need players. Like, I know they need a quarterback, but they need players in general. They're also still in cap hell, sort of, kind of. Again, a stud edge rusher is, the start. It's basically fixing that whole defense. They could work, like, offense is very important, but I think that's going to come along later, especially with Sean Payton. He'll figure out a way to make the offense run. But again, a prospect like him, this late, even though it's not late, it's still a win all around.
All right, it's my pick at the Raiders. Damn. So the Raiders, Brock Bowers is sliding. He might just end up on the Colts organically, but
I don't know. I got 15. I might have some other ideas.
Right. Okay, that's crazy. So the Raiders, I'm not going offense here. I'm not going offense. I think the offense is pretty much set. Well, I'm going corners.
I'm gonna say their pieces is not bad. Like Michael Mayer was a good tight end prospect. They have Devontae, obviously. Jacoby Myers is wide receiver 2. They have a left tackle. They could use a right tackle, but that's not really important. They really need to, fix that back line. So I don't think they need to ever touch offense first round, at least for like another 2 rounds for real.
With the 13th overall pick, the Raiders are going to select Terrion Arnold. My guy from Alabama is the best corner in this draft class. I keep telling people this, bro. I don't want to hear no Quinyon Mitchell talk. He's guarded the best receivers in the nation. He did. SEC has some of the best competition. He's physical. He's smart. He's strong. And I think he has some of the highest IQ of any of the cornerbacks in this draft class, just by virtue of having the reps and seeing so many different looks and playing against so many different type of offenses over the course of his college career. I think he is the best. I think he's just one of the best man corners in the draft too. Like he can really lock you down. Like it's between him and Kool-Aid. To me, I'm sorry. Between him Kool-Aid are the best man corners.
Maxey just won MIP.
I saw that. Yeah, my boy. We here. Tyrese Maxey. Let's go.
Stop saying we here. You wanted Kobe White to win the award.
No, I did not. I picked Kobe White to win.
Tyrese Maxey.
I picked Kobe White to win the award.
I had Tyrese Maxey since the start of the season.
Do you know what being objective is? You know what being objective is, right? Being
objective
is
but for
Kobe
you,
should have won the award.
Anybody and anything, you're just like, oh, it's my guy regardless. So it's.
Oh no. Sorry, Q. Could you situate him, bro? What are you talking about? Tyrese Maxey is my guy.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Honestly, kind of crazy. No, it's okay. He might have been your guy, but you didn't pick him. So that's cool. So
because he should have won.
He got bullied. He got bullied into making.
Oh my God! Here you go.
Situation.
Here you go. All right. Anyways, yeah, Terrion Arnold to the Raiders.
Yeah, that's a great pick. They need help in that back line. Everybody in their back line is horrible. With the Saints at 14, like we said, they need tackle. Either right tackle, left tackle, somebody. Ryan Ramczyk not there. They already lost another tackle. I think it's easy that the Saints select J.C. Latham right here at 14.
And Trevor Penning didn't work out.
Where bro began into fights at OTAs and stuff like that.
I've seen that. Colts at 12, man. They got some needs right there. You see wide receiver and DB. There's a lot of DBs on the board. You got Quinyon Mitchell. You got Cooper DeJean. I enjoy Quinyon Mitchell. I think he's a good pause. I think he's a good prospect for sure. I don't get the hate from Latif's perspective on Terrion Arnold. Yeah, it didn't come out the right way. I don't get his hate on Quinyon Mitchell. All that being said, though, Brock Bowers is still on the board. And I get it. Brock Bowers is still on the board. You got Anthony Richardson. You got Michael Pittman Jr. You got Jonathan Taylor. You have a decent O-line. I'm sorry. Years ago, it used to be one of the best. You had a bad year a couple years ago, but it's getting back up there. And I think getting an elite tight end prospect will be beneficial to a rookie quarterback. And especially with the blocking ability, I think Brock Bowers can be a huge help to this team. So with the 15th overall pick, the Indianapolis Colts will select Brock Bowers.
Man, they'd be jumping for joy in the room with Brock Bowers is there at 15. Like, I just know he won't. Like, if he lasts past 9, somebody's trading up to go get him. Like, the Jets might be dumb enough just to pick Brock Bowers just because. Like, I feel like that's a Jets move.
With the 16th overall pick, I think I'm going to go with edge here. I think that's where we went last on. I'm going to go with Jared Verse. Because their offensive line needs some help, clearly. But as far as secondary, nah, they're not. They are solid enough. They're young, and they lost Quandre Diggs, I believe, right?
They lost both Quandre and bum ass. What's his name? You know what I'm talking about?
Jamal Adams.
Yeah.
So, but I don't think they need to address safety in the first round as a pick 16.
I'm not gonna lie, referring to him as bum ass and you knowing who he's talking about is wild.
I mean, crazy. Jamal Adams was one of the most overrated players in the field, bro.
Crazy. Just the fact you go, who is it, bum ass, and he goes Jamal. That's wild.
I knew what he was talking about once he said bum ass because everybody knows he's overrated, bro.
Anyway,
I'm gonna take Jared Verse here at 16 for the Seahawks, though.
That's cool. They gonna want any other. They're gonna want any direction. This talks that they might go Michael Penix at 16. You never know, but if you want to fix this team, I mean, you start from everywhere else, build the team up, get a quarterback later. Geno's still solid enough, I guess.
You're right.
17. Jaguars. They'd love a receiver right here. They would, but they also would love corner. They already went out there. They got Christian Kirk. They paid Gabe Davis. Don't know why. They got Evan Ingram, Travis Etienne. They got pass catchers. They got I think they still got Zay Jones. If anything, they can get a wide receiver in the second or third. It's not like no slight. This class is kind of deep. At this point, you're not looking for a wide receiver 1. You really could just get a wide receiver 3, 2, 3, and be fine, because that's what the rest of the wide receivers are going to be. So you can just wait for that and not give them no real assets or like wasted pick. Right here, I'd go Cooper DeJean. He's the best like DB prospect, whether you're going to play him at corner or safety, and they need both. So I think this fits perfectly for them.
For Cooper DeJean right here at 17?
Yeah.
Okay.
At 18, there's really only 2 names I'm looking at. There were some things I've seen about Byron Murphy potentially being the first defensive player taken in this draft, and currently he's sitting at 18. And also another point of need for Cincinnati is the tackle position. So you have Troy and Amarius both on the board. I guess with my bias in check, I like Byron Murphy a lot. I think Troy Fautanu, Fautano. I don't know how to say it. Bad with names. Like they go through injuries every year on the O-line, but I genuinely do think that getting Byron Murphy.
Oh, did you not want to? Oh, that's not what you did. My bad.
No.
Wait, I can't undo it, right?
He was going away. He was not going O-line.
Oh, I think I can undo it.
I'm glad you fell for it. Yeah, if we can.
Why are you baiting, bro? What's wrong with you?
I'm not. I did on the last pick too, and you didn't fall for it. I was talking about both prospects.
There should be a way to undo it.
Are you guys going? Who's got 19? You're going D-line at 19, aren't you?
Y'all want me to just restart it? I know the picks. We had to.
Yeah, if you just want to restart it quick, because I was gonna go Byron Murphy. I was going Byron Murphy. I think that you can lock down your D-line if you get Byron Murphy.
My bad. I wasn't listening to you.
Insane. Fuck.
But I thought I'm like, bro. I heard
Hubbard, Hendrickson. You put Byron Murphy up the middle.
Hold up.
They also did just lose
DJ Reader.
DJ Reader.
Caleb.
Whole time I thought it was the Rams. I thought the Rams was on the clock, because I'm like, they still going D-line anyway.
Remember 3. They trade 3. We trade 3. Trade 3.
No, we did not. No, we did not.
No, sorry. We trade 5. Trade 5.
Yeah, I know. I remember that. I remember that, bro.
You were just typing too fast. You forgot what pick I made, so I just thought you were gonna forget the pick.
I know the picks, bro. I know the picks. You traded this one to the Vikings for.
There we go. That's the Jets.
Keep going, bro. I know how to get back to where you were. 11-23 round 1.
We wouldn't have been here in the first place if you were just paying attention the first time.
Force trade. Come on. Force the trade. Oh, what the hell? There you go. All right. JJ. Okay. Then you took Roman Doze.
Ridiculous.
And then I took Joe
Alt.
And then you took Turner.
Latu.
Yo, stop screaming. And then you took Malik Neighbors.
I'm not screaming. You just almost made the wrong pick again.
And then Fuaga. Right?
Yep.
That was me.
You saying right? This is your pick.
Number 11 was
I took Olu.
Okay. And then 12 was Verse.
No.
I mean not Verse. Turner.
Thank you.
I took Terrion right here.
Terrion. Then we get JC.
JC Layton.
JC. Then you go Brock Bowers, Jared Verse.
Cooper. Weird.
And right, Byron Murphy at 18. Great replacement for DJ Reader. Needed position.
All right, at 19, I believe it's my turn, right?
Yes.
All right, with 19s, I think they need to go corner here or D line. I kind of think this is too early for any D lineman, correct?
Jerzon Newton could go.
I personally, I'm going Johnny.
Yeah. I didn't even see him. I didn't see him. Forgot. I was thinking more so of an edge, but with the 19th overall pick, the Rams are going to select Jerzon Newton.
Replace Aaron.
They obviously lost AD.
Aaron Donald.
Yep. So they need help right there for sure. And he is the best defensive lineman prospect on the board. He was top 10 all year, but just his position is just not needed at the top of the draft so much, unless the Bears take him, which it for sure could. So there's that.
I mean, they don't get no better than that. They slide in real easy right there. D tackle, go to the D line. It's Sean McVay. He'll figure it out. With the 20th pick, the Steelers are going to go with Marius Mims at tackle. They need help on the O-line. They need receiver, but again, they can get receiver later. Steelers are great at drafting receiver at any round, you name it. I think they might as well just go protect whatever quarterback they're going to, throw out this year, next year, whatever year. I don't know what their situation is, but I think, again, they're not showing quarterback. Fill out the team with, great players and then get a quarterback later.
At 21, I think that Miami is ecstatic that Troy Fautano is still on the board. They need O-line. Huh?
I said that's fake racist. I think he like Hawaiian or something like that. That's gonna be his boy right there. That's gonna be his best friend if you draft Troy. Tua.
You're saying
if he's still there.
Tua? Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's I think you assume that he's already off the board at this point in time. They need O-line very badly after what happened in free agency this year. So the 21st overall pick, the Miami Dolphins are going to go with Troy Fautano.
That's a good pick.
I think it's just the easy one. I think this is easy one
22,
too.
At 22,
should be an easy pick.
At 22, the Eagles clearly need corner. Would have loved to get Cooper DeJean because he can play. He's literally both of what they need, a corner and a safety. So would love to get him here, but he's off the board. So I might be forced to select Quinyon Mitchell. I might be forced. But with the 20,
like it's a bad pick. What are we talking about?
With the 22nd overall pick, the Eagles are going to select Quinyon Mitchell. Now listen, again, I saw him. I saw his film.
Toledo, bro. And it's no disrespect to Toledo, but it's like the competition is not the same.
Put some respect on the Mac. Put some respect on Maction.
I'm cool.
The Mac is a
Toledo, bro. He wasn't really he wasn't seeing no top receivers, and then he played a lot of off coverage, bro. I'm sorry, it's the facts. It's the facts. He played a lot of off coverage. So I mean, I get the appeal of him, but I mean, I just think Kool-Aid better, simply. But we gonna see. We're going to see.
At 23, the Chargers are going to select Brian Thomas Jr. They basically get the fourth best. Some people say probably don't have him no lower than 7, but they still get a good enough wide receiver that, again, is Justin Herbert. He could work with anybody. If he was working with what's his name, Joshua Kelly or Josh Palmer or what's the 6'8" tight end name? He was working with him. He could work with Brian Thomas. He's 6'4", fast, go ball. He could do it all. You get a Mike Williams replacement. Justin Herbert like Mike Williams. So in this draft, they recoup. You got a tackle and a wide receiver. So I think they should be fine. They should be ecstatic.
Great pick.
Me.
It is you, sir.
Yeah, I know. I'm between two. I think I know who I'm gonna go with. So yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'll go with him. A little bit of a reach, but again, we gotta spice it a little. We gotta spice it up a little bit. Can't have the same mock draft over and over again.
What did you do?
We're going O-line. Calm down. We're going O-line. At 24, though, I'm going to take a reach, and they're going to take a shot on Tyler Guyton from Oklahoma. We're going Tyler Guyton at 24. Oklahoma has a history of having good prospects in the O-line in the NFL. I think, obviously, tackles they must need a position. After just losing, they lost Tyron Smith, right?
Yeah.
So,
Keep going.
O-line wise.
No, I saw him. I just want to know, why didn't you go like Jackson Powers Johnson?
Switch it up. I feel like I've never gone center at that position. I feel like I've never gone center with them. I don't know. I feel like I always just think tackle when I'm drafting that spot.
Jackson Powers would. I'm gonna say he would help because if they're gonna move Tyler Smith to the outside and they still have Terrence Steele, everything will be
fine.
Questionable up the middle. So Jackson Powers, he could either play center for you or one of the guards. But if you really needed a guard that bad, you could have went Graham Burton.
Yeah, Graham Burton was the easy one, and that's what I didn't want to go with. So
yeah.
I guess I didn't really give JPJ much thought. I was going down for Tyler Guyton.
Yeah, let's make the mock weaker, Max. Thank you. Great, good job.
What you mean weaker? What you mean weaker?
Do you think that he's on the level of the prospects?
I guess I'm gonna have to be a Tyler Guyton fan for the rest of my life now, just based off this one pick.
Most of my Jackson Powers would have been gone by like 17.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I should have took him at
the Dolphins.
Jaguars.
Yeah,
but I wanted
Dolphins too.
Yeah,
I could have took him at Dolphins. I'm gonna say, yeah. So, but he's not gonna fall any longer. I'm at 25, I believe.
26 and 27, I would look at him, but
I don't think really the Packers have a major hole at any position on their team. So you want to just add, a premium O-line talent.
They have Josh Myers though under center.
I know, but they also, you need a center. He can play guard. Just why not? Why wouldn't you do it?
Why would you not? Okay, I don't get it.
This is considered the best offensive line prospect in the draft.
Well, then why is he not going high? I don't know.
Y'all didn't pick him. What you mean?
I could have, I could have picked him at the Jaguars pick. I just rather have went corner.
What you mean?
Because I think that's a bigger need. Like their offensive line was bad, but their defense, their pass defense, was just horrible. I think Trevor Lawrence could overcome a bad O-line. I don't think he could overcome a bad defense.
When was I supposed to pick him, Max?
I mean, if he's the best in the draft, you could have picked him over Joe Alt. You have Fuaga at 10, J.C. Latham, whoever picked that one at 14.
Me.
Yeah. So
I don't think Jess on his position.
Yeah, they had Tim and they cool with Tim.
I don't think the Packers do either, but he's going to be off the board within one of the next two picks, I think. So
yeah, if he falls he probably goes to Tampa.
Yeah, or I think Arizona snags him for Kyler Murray.
All right, with the 25th pick, I would take Graham Burton. Barton, my bad.
Yeah, I don't think I don't know. I don't think you draft a center thinking that you're just going to switch him away from center immediately. I don't think he's taking Josh Myers' position. So,
but you're like you would be cool with the comfortability to move him around the line.
Understand. Yeah, injuries happen all the time. I get it.
Yeah, he'll be their swing lineman. Especially right here at Tampa Bay. They need offensive line also, especially up in the middle. They're cool at that one side of tackle. If they could just secure one side, they'd be fine. And having Jackson Powell Johnson does that for them. So at 26, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are selecting Jackson Powers Johnson.
He falls no more. At 27, I think this is again in the last couple of drafts we drafted D line here for the Cardinals. I'm again going defense, but I'm going with the outside. I'm going to go with a cornerback. I think that you are able to lock down the outsides on offense and defense by getting Marv and a DB. You have Budda Baker. You got Sean Murphy-Bunting. You need another cornerback. So with that in mind, wait, where you at, Steve?
I was just looking through.
With that in mind, I'm going to go with at pick number 27. I'm going to go with Kool-Aid McKinstry.
I don't know. I'm at
They need everything. They need everything. So
do.
no rule pick is a bad pick if they got a good prospect at that pick.
We had 28 is my pick, right? For the Bills. Now, who they have on their roster? They need wide receiver, right? But maybe they can wait. I don't know. Maybe they can wait. Don't know how to take wide receiver in the first round. They need.
If they don't do that, everybody on every show, even ours, are gonna kill the Buffalo Bills for not taking a wide receiver at 28.
True.
Why don't even entertain this, bro?
True. Do I love the
entertain.
Bills? Do I love the
You're really
Bills?
playing you playing psychedelic games because you like you know this is gonna be the pick.
Should we make the conference rival weaker, man? I think we might have to. You know what I'm saying? Make the conference a division rival. My bad. Weaker a little bit, but nah, they're gonna go with Adonai Mitchell here. He has concerns with his character. I've heard, which doesn't bode the best after you just got rid of Stephon Diggs. But again, he's gonna be successful because Josh Allen is quarterback. So unless he's just completely trash, he should be putting up around 1K for sure.
Hey, all them problems go away if you're getting the ball thrown to you. That's for most people. Stephon Diggs a little different. He weird, whatever. Adonai, he's not going to be upset because he's going to come into a wide receiver room where there's no clear number one wide receiver, and Josh Allen's going to throw him the pill. As long as he can produce, he's going to be fine. You got to make sure, for me, keep his blood pressure right and whatnot, and you know what I'm saying, get somebody to hold him around, make sure he all good. He's still young. I don't really get into all that off the field nonsense. I really don't care as long as you like produce, unless it's like really, really hurts the team. Plus, he's young. I think we need to stop, worrying about too much about those type of things because again, these kids are young. You're asking them to be super mature when they, basically become millionaires. After coming from wherever they come from, they're still kids. They have time to, learn and grow. So I don't think they should get knocked too much for that. But that pick helped the Bills immensely. At 29, the Lions is another team that doesn't have a bunch of holes, but they have, small needs to, show up the edges. One of those small needs is corner. And since Nate Wiggins fell this low, he's right there for the taking. I think they probably would have wanted Kool-Aid, but any corner is a great corner. I mean, a good enough corner if you get him in the first round, and he was rated high. So they're going to select Nate. Oh. That's crazy.
What?
That's crazy.
What?
Why is Jaden saying yes?
To that?
Nah, because hey, don't even worry about it.
Talk about it after. We're not talking about it at 30, I think obviously receiver I feel like is always an option for the Baltimore Ravens. With that being said, though, you just put money into Derrick Henry, Lamar Jackson just won another MVP, and your O-line is injured. Tyler Guyton's off the board. They got lucky with picking Ronnie Stanley last couple years ago. Another Oklahoma prospect. But with this, I'm going to go with Jordan Morgan at 30. I think you still need depth at the position. I feel like everyone always gets injured on Baltimore. I think that if Brian Thomas, if a DB they love falls, I could see them going there. But at the current state of this draft, I think you select O-line and you kind of keep it pushing. I don't think you think much about it. What do you think, Q?
It's over. I'm cool with that. Look, from what's being said, like obviously our draft shaked out a little different. We wanted to do different things. Different things happened that made the everything fall the way it should. Right there, they most like they could go, the best offensive lineup available at this juncture is Jordan. Most of the time, it's probably Tyler, based off upside and whatnot. I've seen them go Darius Robinson. I've seen some Chop Robinson, just for Ed's help. They like the Ravens. They're like a great team. Like everything they pick is not like gonna massively change their their fortunes. They just need little filling pieces. So like I think any pick that's a position of need ish is a fine a fine pick. They don't need to go wide receiver round one. They have a good collection of talent. They could get another wide receiver in the second round to complement Zay and Mark Andrews and whatnot. So they're the bag of the draft. Their needs are not really too much on the table anyway.
I'm trying to see what I want to pick here for the 49ers. Now, they need tackle. They need offensive line help, but at this point, like, all the best ones are taken, right? So, there's been rumors flying around that they might be trading Debo. I mean, not Debo, Brandon Ayuk. And at this point, I'm pretty sure it's going to happen. So, I kind of want to take Ladd McConkey here, to be honest. I think
Yeah,
he
Q,
is
any
one-
update? Q, any update on that or no? On your,
it's
on your
still the
thing?
same thing circling around.
Okay.
I
saw
the
Pittsburgh.
49ers
Pittsburgh
huh?
I saw Pittsburgh was up there or something now too.
Nah, they everybody came out this threw that away. But Mike Silver, he's a 49ers insider, like he's super connected, like he's there in the building every day. He said that, like, even though John Lynch came out and said like they want to keep him around, Mike Silver said like, yeah,
He's on the board.
I guess from horse's mouth, like there's a possibility he could still get traded. They want a first, preferably a first round this year. But if, like I said, Buffalo offers them a 2025 first, they should jump on that because they can, like, right here still get Ladd McConkey, a good enough wide receiver, along with Kittle and Debo. Like, him not being Ayuk is not going to really matter. Their team doesn't really operate like that. So they recoup and, they get a first. They don't have to pay him, and they get another wide receiver in this draft. It all works out if Brandon Ayuk was to get traded. So I don't think it's that big of a deal that they're trying to hold on to him for real.
I wonder if they just be like, we don't need to prioritize wide receiver right now in the first round because this is a great wide receiver class, and they have been able to have success with, like, Brandon Ayuk, correct me if I'm wrong, wasn't some highly touted type of player coming into what round did he go in? He went in the first?
He wasn't like, yeah, you can't miss this wide receiver. Like, he wasn't like can't miss, but like he was pretty good coming out of Arizona. Like, he was worth it.
He went in the third round?
He went in the second.
Oh no.
I'm pretty sure.
No, he went in the first. He went in the first, back of the first. 25.
Yeah, so yeah.
I mean, that's pretty good. But again, I just think they're going to be able to develop great players, whoever is in there. So that kind of has me thinking of, like, maybe I shouldn't draft wide receiver here because they can select someone later to develop him.
Like, Hufanga was an all-pro or not, but he just got injured. They could use a safety. They could use a linebacker. They could use a wide receiver. They could use center. Like, they're a filling squad. Whatever you want to attack, like whatever you think is most important to attack right now, they're one of those teams that you just get it and not think twice because it's whatever.
I think I might go cornerback here actually. I don't know why people are so low on Kamari Lattiser.
Because everybody think he's gonna play safety, most likely. Like, he's not fast enough to play safety. I mean corner. I guess he's not super technical to play corner. I'm
gonna go Kamari Lattiser. I love him as a prospect. I think he's super physical. He's a great tackler as well. So I don't know. I guess I understand what you're saying. Like,
I don't really know. Like, I don't know what makes a DB, a corner, or a safety to, like, certain things. Like with Cooper, I know like they're gonna try to make him play safety. Like, I think he could play corner, but they say he's gonna play safety. Same thing with Kamari. Like, I think he could play corner, but based off like the traits that you say, he could tackle, physical. Obviously, you play somebody like that at safety. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I think it could go either way as long as you get him in the building. If you get him in the building, especially in that organization, anything can happen.
Yeah, I like Kamari Lattiser as a prospect. So that was me as just being not biased, but he's 6 feet. He ain't the tallest quarterback, 180 allegedly. Let me see his combine measurements.
And now, last pick of the draft, Kansas City Chiefs. Right here, you ain't pick them, so I'm gonna pick them. They're gonna go Ladd McConkey right here. Still can use a wide receiver with all the Rasheed Rice situation, all that news and whatnot. They were gonna could have went wide receiver anyway. Get him in. He's like a Puka Cooper type, receiver. It's perfect with Patrick Mahomes.
One more, but that's our mock draft. 2 days before the draft, we try to change some stuff up a little bit from our last one, so it should not be repetitive. but I don't think it's like super inaccurate at all. This is how the board could fall. Maybe Kamari Lattimore doesn't go in the first round. Probably not. But that was just me like him as a prospect, as a corner. His physicality, his strength, how he tackles, all that type of stuff. I think he's good in coverage as well. I mean, as well too. So that's what I'm going to do. But that's how my draft. We appreciate you guys for getting us to 1,000 subscribers. And continue to support us, like the video, share the video, comment if you would disagree with any of our picks, and what you would do. And we are out. We're gonna be back after the draft to talk winners and losers. We may be. Well, we all see this. If we do a recap,
we might do a day one reaction too. Might do a game one reaction.
But we might also do an NBA playoff reaction tonight. If we do that, then you will.
We'll see you in a little bit. Yeah, exactly.
You'll see that before you see this. Probably. But yeah, all right. Thank y'all for supporting me out.